Hello guys, today on Random Help, I'll be talking about Bmat. So you guys are probably doing Bmat if you're applying to medical school, and I've been able to get a score of around 5.5 for my Bmats for section 2 and around 4.5 for my section 1. So average around 5. So that's the kind of Bmat score you want to be getting, around 5.5, that kind of score. So to try to get an average to an above average score, I'll give you some tips that I use that may help you. And it actually got me an interview at Oxford and an offer at UCL, so I'll show you what I can do. The first obvious tip, I think, is to buy the Bmat books. There are the 400 question standard one, and I would just recommend getting that one. You don't really need any other ones. The other one I would say to get is the Exam Ninja. There's a website and you can buy from them, but you can just do the free version where there's just tons of Bmat questions, but they're just all from past papers. But just getting as many questions as possible from many different resources is very useful, but I would recommend the one with the most amount of questions. There may be new additions, I'll link them below, but for number one, I would say get a decent size 400 to 700 questions of Bmat style questions. Don't get Bmat with UKCAT, just get the specific Bmat book. It's much better and it's more cost effective. Number two is, as I said, there are different websites that you can use. One is Exam Ninja. Exam Ninja has different questions that have already been placed from the Bmat past papers, and they put it all into a question bank which they randomized instead of you doing just those past papers. With Bmat, is one good thing is sometimes there are some grade boundaries online which you can use to figure out where it is, but as I always try to say, is don't try to look at grade boundaries. They're not going to help you. Just try to get as high as possible, as however many marks you can possibly do. 3 is timing. So timing, a lot of people have an issue with. Now, a skill that a friend told me literally on the day of the exam, and I think it did actually help me boost my score a little bit, is go for all the easy questions first, like the ones you can do them in less than 10 seconds. Just do them really quickly, because there's some questions which are like boom, Pythagoras Pythagorean triples, just like 3, 4, 5. It's just something, there will be something stupid like that, easy ones. Just put those ones and just do those, and then go back to the harder ones. Some people find doing the physics ones last because most people do not take physics, but if you take physics, that's great. But yeah, my next point would be about how to actually prepare for the science section. To prepare for the science section, I would recommend not buying the CGP book, because you do not need to. The Bmat websites, they actually provide the guide for you. They provide a guide. However, in my personal opinion, that guide isn't always useful, because they have things that are slightly AS material which you might need. So it's better off if you took earlier on an AS physics, or at least take an AS chemistry, biology. You would have done those because they're all required for most medical universities, and those would be easy for you. Just for the physics bit, I would say maybe get an AS physics books earlier on. Try to just cover up on those, but for just general sciences, don't bother getting any sort of buying any books, because Bmat, they have like a whole online book which you can print out the big thing, but you should just do that, go through point by point, and once you've done that, you will know what bits you don't know about and what bits you do. What I would recommend is not going through the whole book, because that's just a waste of time. Instead, flick through it and look at bits which you haven't ever covered or ever seen before, and just go over those bits, because you would have covered a lot of the GCSE content at AS, or even at GCSE that you still remember. Some things you might not remember or haven't covered at AS, you should go and revise again using that booklet, the Bmat website they give you. I'll put links down, as I said before. Another thing is, do not time yourself in the beginning. A lot of people want to just do timing straight away. No, that is the biggest mistake you can make, is to start timing straight away. That is not your aim. Your first aim is to find out can you answer the question in the first place. If you can't answer the question in the first place, what is the point of putting a timer on. So what I would advise you to do is do the questions. Just try to find how to answer the questions. The book that you might buy has the 400 question books at least. At the back shows you how to do it in a much faster way. For me, I had the luxury of going to UCL to do problem solving classes, which really helped with the mathematical problems in section 1 and section 2. So that really helps us a lot as well. The day before the exam, all you should be doing is write down all the formulas that you need to really know for the exam. That's mostly the physics formulas. They don't give those to you, so just know those ones. There's only a very few ones, but just make sure you know them. Just don't go to the exam like, oh, I don't know the formula. Don't do that. Just write down all the formulas that you need. So the next day, it's all fresh in your mind, and then you can just go in and be like, yep, got it. I know the formulas for this, and you can get them done. That's that. Don't leave anything blank. Even some people for some reason leave them blank. Even if you have like 10 seconds, just literally do done. That's what I had to do. I think for 3 questions at the end of section 1. Maybe that's why my section 1 didn't do as well as maybe my section 2. But you know, just guessing you might get one right. You never know. So always guess. Never leave a blank.
So, how can a tablet help you